Hi, my name is Jessica, and I'm a maintainer for the Twisted project, which is a pretty old project. It's been around for about 11 years, and 11 years is a lot of time to think about getting and retaining contributors to your open source project. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the lessons that we've learned, some strategies that have worked for us for getting new contributors. So there are a couple of basic questions that are easy to ask, and they're actually great questions to ask to beginners, to new contributors, and see what your answers are for these kinds of questions for your open source project. Do you have dead simple new contributors guidelines? Is it really easy to know what your coding documentation and testing standards are when you submit a patch as a beginning contributor? Do you have bite-sized bugs? This is a really great way to draw in new contributors, a really small scope that's appropriate for beginning contributors. Do you have well-defined non-coding volunteer opportunities? By this I mean, do you have a website that needs help getting around a track instance, help packaging your stuff for the Linux distributions? There are a lot of non-coding volunteer opportunities that you could be getting help with if you spec these, clearly define them, and then simply ask for help. You'd be surprised how many people come out of the woodworks to help you if you just simply ask. Another thing to think about is sort of where in the ticket life cycle for your project things tend to block, because blocking is a way to lose people. So with Twisted, for example, we reflected on this for a while, and we have data, we have our track data that we can analyze, and it became clear to us that a big bottleneck is tickets getting reviewed. So we have a strict review policy. Every ticket needs to get reviewed by someone other than the submitter before it can get merged, and that's a place where things tend to block. And a strategy that we came up with for addressing this is the Twisted Matrix high scores list, which, besides being sort of cute and fun, and acknowledging the contributions of a bunch of different kinds of contributions that people make to Twisted every month, reflects what we've learned about where tickets block for us. So you get points for different points for different kinds of contribution, and the most rewarded type of contribution is actually reviews, as a reflection of what we've learned about where in our ticket lifecycle things block. So this is an example, sort of a fun example of how we acknowledge contributors and reflect where we know some of our bottlenecks are. That's it.